You know, the past couple weeks I've been trying to think of like intros, because like I started off doing intros in my earlier vids, but like haven't really been thinking of anything at all lately. Like I'm just like, ooh, let me make a short little intro, and then it just goes, and I have no idea what it is I should film. It's ridiculous. So I was at my girlfriend's house yesterday, Monday night, if you all were dying to know what day it was. When I got there, I found out she was super sick, laying in bed, freezing and hot at the same time, stuffy, scratchy throat, the works. I took care of her like any good boyfriend would do, and then I went off to our improv class without her because she was... Improvisation. Like, whose line is it anyway, for those who don't know? We make up stories and stuff off the top of our heads. After I went back to her house to check up on her, I'm pretty chill with her family, so while she still slept, I went and hung out with her brother. I realized something as I sat around with him talking about Disney and watching Batman Spider-Man. So he has a Nexus 7. Lucky duck. And he's been using it to read books. And as we were sitting there, it hit me that writing books isn't as easy as it used to be. But sure, writing stories isn't that hard. Most people base it off of other stories, poems, etc. anyway, because originality is out the window these days. But the promoting of books is hard, and getting people to sit down to read them, I'm sure is just as hard, if not harder. At least for me, myself, and I. I've lost my reading touch. I used to be an avid reader when I was a kid, but now, when I see a book I like, I sit down to try and read it, and I just kind of stop after the first few chapters. It's hard for me to get into books nowadays. My attention span is shot, so I can hardly sit down to watch an hour of TV without getting distracted and thinking about, oh, didn't that actor play in that one thing that one time? And then I hop on my computer to look it up. That's one reason I love going to the theater. Cell phones aren't allowed, and there's absolutely no outside distractions. You sit in a dark room away from all the madness outside, and you engage yourself in a movie that takes you far away from here and puts you in that world. That's why books are hard to read. Remember last week when I talked about kids in school who play all day on their smartphones, video games? This same rule applies to them with books. Graphics in movies, games, and TV shows are so fantastic and mind-blowing sometimes that why, oh why, would someone want to actually sit down and try to imagine that for themselves? There's no need. Everyone else does it for them. Rant, rant, rant. I know, that's all I've been doing lately, but that's what's been on my heart as of late. I'm frustrated with everything going on around me, and I'm scared to be creative because I'm scared no one will notice and find it interesting. But I love seeing small-time writers, directors, and filmmakers stuff. If you're a YouTuber, make videos, vlogs, and or write books, tweet me at BrandonMakesIt. I'd love to try and get involved in you and your work. I've got a few friends of mine who've written books and gotten them published. I just haven't read them just yet, but Mike, I will be reading your book soon, man. Don't give up hope. I know I can do it. And as a side note, which is an awesome side note by the way, we're gonna feature yet another vlogger in the hip vlogosphere. It all happened so fast, we haven't really had any time to prepare intro videos for him like we did with Danielle, but I thought I'd give him a shout out and introduce him. His name is Brian, a friend of James from Reno, and he will be posting his first video in just 2 days on Thursday. Well, hip vloggers, YouTubians, and the like, I'll see you all next week. Brian, can't wait to see your vid on Thursday. James, Friday, and Danielle, I'm excited for your awesome promised vlog on Sunday. And now, I'm gonna go read a book. Wish me luck! But remember last week when I talked about kids in school who play all day on their smartphones and video games? This same rule blah 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 blah. Oh, I was gonna make things fall on my head.